Riffin with Rizzuo, all day long. Pulling up the news, and I'll sing you a song, 'cause I got it bad. And it's so sad that I'm here, and I'm gonna try to make you glad. Oh my. Welcome to the Riffin with Rizzuo News Special Halloween Edition. Hey kid, you want to go trunk or treating? I got a human head in the fucking bag. Why don't you just stick your hand in there and close your eyes? You pull out a tongue and stick it in, lick your father's asshole with it. You're going to hell, boy. You're going straight to hell. Don't mind the 9-inch blade in the fucking apple. Just eat around it and then slit your throat out. Whoa. Hey Timmy, what do you want to be for Halloween, huh? How about I chainsaw your fucking legs off and watch you hobble down the road, and we'll put on a whole show for the neighborhood, huh? How does that sound? You won't have to do 3rd or 4th grade. Does that make you feel better about your life? So I'm gonna fucking end it. Alright, enough of that. I'm actually scared myself. Holy shit. Let's take a look at some news. Happy Halloween, everybody. I love this time of year. It's the best time of year. You see the leaves change from red to green to orange. Kind of like a rainbow, only it falls from the fucking sky instead of just staying in the background. But alright, let's take a look at this first article I have flipped up here. Very Halloween related. See anything Halloween related, we'll just talk about it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe to the goddamn channel. Follow me on the Instagram, all that shit. Paul Rizzuo Comedy. Alright, first article here. 2 U.S. boys die in separate Halloween hayride tractor accidents. Holy shit. A hayride. It's supposed to be a hayride, not a death ride. What the hell are you doing? Who was driving the tractor? Was it, Jason or Freddy Krueger? Who the hell was it? Who the hell was driving this Halloween-themed haunted hayride to hell? They've been popular since the late 19th century, but haven't gone without accidents. Yeah, well, there's always going to be an accident with hay involved, and if some kid has a lighter, it'll just, that's all it'll take. One little flick to the wrist, the whole wagon will go up in flames to hell, and everybody will be burned to death like dying inside of a fucking house fire. But 2 boys recently died at separate Halloween-themed haunted hayrides. They're like mirroring each other, like, hey, I'm dying at the same time you are, but we're just in 2 different states and 2 different towns. Oh, you're going southbound. Which way are you headed now? Are you going north or south or west? I have a hole in my chest. Hey, he's bleeding all over the fucking floor with it. Goddamn, you can't even be safe on a hayride. The first boy died about 10:45 p.m. on the October 11th at the Haunted Hilltop Halloween event in Hamilton County, Tennessee. That just sounds like a haunted event, even if they're trying to have fun with it. Now the whole place is definitely haunted. You got the goddamn child's soul trapped in the tractor engine now. The group of children at the event were playing near a path through which hayride tractors drove, the Hamilton County Sheriff's Department said. A chaperone for the group told sheriff's deputies that the children were behind some bushes trying to scare some hayriders. Oh, I can get behind that. I used to do that. I used to love scaring people. I still do. But I guess if things are going to turn inward for you, or you're going to get sliced out or run over by a fucking tractor, you might want to call it a day or a night. One of them appeared to have tried jumping on the trailer but slipped. Yep, that's what I thought happened, falling under the tractor wheel. So he probably got his whole fucking skull demolished with one of these fucking big, the tractor wheel. It's odd because the front wheels are smaller, so the front wheel probably ran over him and crushed his lung. He's like, I'm still alive, but then comes the bigger wheel. Oh, the bigger wheels in the back. And that's the one that really did him in. Probably just mutilated his insides. I can't even imagine how much that would have weighed on him. Not to mention you have the whole wagon with the 4 other wheels running over you at the same time. That probably demolished his bottom half. Jesus Christ, you gotta be careful out there. The tractor has grease and shit all over it. You can't just be jumping on top of that thing. These farmers are lazy these days. It's too hot outside because the earth's imploding on itself. Nobody wants to believe that, of course. Apparently a young kid hid in the bushes and crossed over a barrier, and when the hayride trailer went by, he jumped out and attempted to scare. He attempted to scare and tried to get on the trailer, but he was ran over by the trailer. Yeah, the traction said on Facebook, imploring the community to give the boy's family time to grieve. Yeah, they're gonna really hate Halloween now. It's haunted. That's the worst time to fucking off yourself by accident, I guess. But there's identified the victim as Samuel Jessen, 12. Oh, that's terrible, but what the hell you gotta do? You gotta keep your eye out on your kids these days. They're not Spider-Man. You can't just fucking put a suit on, a Halloween suit, and think you're Spider-Man. Well, you can jump on the tractor, you're gonna slip and bust your fucking head open, have the wheel run over your fucking back, and watch your bones come out of your mouth. Oh, that's pretty gruesome. Jesus Christ, that's so gruesome. A similar tragedy unfolded just before 8 p.m. on the 12th of October at the Harvest of Horror haunted hayride attraction in St. Augusta, Minnesota. Alexander Mick, 13. Oh, it's weird. It's one day after Samuel passed away, and he was 12, and the next day it's Mick, who's 13. It's just one day apart, one age, one little number apart. Mick 13 appears to have been run over by a wagon that was pulled by a tractor. So he just got run over by the wagon. It looks like Samuel had the whole fucking tractor and the wagon. Oh, Mick was better off, but not really, because they both died. That's a hell of a tragedy. Hell of a tragedy. God. While attendees and first responders tried to save the boy's life, he died at the scene. His mother, Terry Mick, reportedly described her late child as an amazing, unique child who loved Jesus with all his heart. Well, he's meeting him now, so he can really love him then, but he was full of life. A junior black belt in Taekwondo, played drums for the worship team. He was in band, sang in choir, in robotics and soccer, and was almost an Eagle Scout. He sounds like he's got a stiff one tonight. He's in robotics. What the hell is that? What the hell is robotics? Is it when you try to play with a robot and it grabs your throat and throws you to the floor, and then a tractor runs over you, then you can kick the soccer ball? He's like soccer, and he was almost an Eagle Scout. He didn't quite make it to being an Eagle Scout. He didn't quite make it either, so the attraction said in a statement on its website that they're cooperating fully with the authorities and are grateful for their support. Yeah, I wonder what the tractor driver got. You didn't see the boy. You could have saved him. You could have fucking just... He did the leap of faith and then he slipped off and banged his fucking tooth on the tire wheel. That's the first boy, Samuel Jessen. Out of respect to the family involved, the organizers made the decision to cancel the remaining nights of the 2024 harvest of horror. Yeah, it's all because you did harvest this life up the horror of hell. You ran over him with the tractor. He slipped and banged his fucking tooth out, and then whatever, the pins went through his eyes while the wheel was driving through him. All kinds of different sharp objects on a wagon, on the hayride wagon. Hayrides grew popular in the late 19th century, with urban families increasingly partaking in leisure travel, according to the Northern Kentucky Tribune. Yeah, well, there weren't little kids trying to jump on the wheel to try to get on the wagon. Touristy camping cities for the countryside had read idealized accounts of hayrides in children's books, and countryside farmers acted on this, pitching authentic hay rides per the publication. These rides, which involved spreading hay in a wagon, were a popular pick for farmers. There was more money to be made offering rides to summer people. What the hell is that? They're just topless, nudeless, laying in a bed of hay. They're trying to get sucked off and rode. You know, the girl's on top riding the country farmer's pecker until he sprints all over the fucking place. And then the tractor driver looks back and it's like, whoa, I've never seen so much cum in all my life. That's how these goddamn farmers are. They're perverts. They'll do anything to run over a kid or see a broad spread her legs like a frog. Oh, in 2023, that U.S. hayride accidents have caused a minimum of 24 deaths and 204 injuries since 2000. Oh my God, that's 2.5 decades. About 24 kids fucking running over by a tractor wheel. A 17-year-old girl died at a haunted hayride in Maine 10 years ago after it slipped down a hill and struck a tree. Wow, that's horrible. Imagine being on there. It's a spooky hayride. And then it's like, whoops, fucking barrels down the hill at 90 miles an hour and hits a tree, and then you go flying out into the road, and then a car hits over you. Jesus Christ. Your limbs are totally removed from your body. You got about a thimble full of blood left in your body. Oh. Well, turns out the hay rides are probably going to get off, going to go away soon enough if people keep dying on them, but who knows? They'll probably keep doing it. Sure it is. That's the only way you're going to get Halloween stories every year. Just like this one. Well, God bless the 2 kids that died, but just got to be careful. You can't be jumping on that. You're a parent. You got to monitor your fucking kids. Don't let them roam around the haunted hilltop Halloween event in Hamilton County. And don't let them attend the Harvest of Horror hayride in Minnesota. Just say the hell with it. Do your own thing. Your own Halloween event. Just don't go to any. I wouldn't trust any of these farmers driving these tractors around. They're fucking clowns without the makeup on themselves. They'll do anything to fucking murder a child. Alright, let's take a look at another spooky one. Next. Taxidermist turns rats into sexy showgirls with nipple covers and fake eyelashes. Well, that is a unique Halloween costume, I'll say. What the fuck is this brought on? Jesus Christ, if you're a woman, you can do anything. You can even polish a rat, add a nipple hat, and fake eyelashes. The last thing that I would really do is come on a sexy shoe. No, I wouldn't do that, and I sure as hell wouldn't come on a fucking dead rat with a nipple hat on it and eyelashes. I would just pick some whore up out of the gutter and put some cigar ash on her and say, honey, you're coming with me tonight. It's gonna be a long Halloween night. Maybe we'll get on a hayride of hell and ride it into the sunset. But I'll break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. That's the only goddamn thing I got for Halloween. A mother who transformed frozen rats into sexy showgirls with colored feathers, handmade nipple covers, and fake eyelashes has said her novelty taxidermy business regularly requires 12-hour days to keep up with demand. What the fuck are you talking about? Who the hell's buying that? I guess I'm in the wrong business then. I need to get some frozen rats and put some nipples on them. Caitlin Hills, 36, runs her business called Showtime Taxidermy from her home, where she sells quirky and bizarre rats for 148 pounds, which, what does that translate to? Is it they have a speech, but there's no goddamn translation? We'll just see. Let's actually, I'm curious to see what it translates to US dollars. How much is it? How much, is it? It is, a lot. $160. $159.80 for that thing. You could buy a sex doll for that. I wouldn't fuck this rat if I had one last fucking nut to spunk out on. The rodents are dressed and posed as glam performers. This woman's got something loose in her goosey noggin. What the hell's wrong with her? It all began during a craft night 4 years ago. Oh God, what happened at the craft show? She got turned on. She found a rat behind her bed, saw it dead. She picked it up and said, you know what, I'm gonna dress you up. I'm gonna dress you up and put a nipple hat on you. Oh, it looks better on you. Oh, you're so damn sexy. You're mine, my Showtime rat. Like a taxidermy hat. Caitlin said we watched videos online and we made our first taxidermy together. Me, my daughter, and my sister. You drug your family under the bus with you, Jesus Christ. I feel bad for them. And it was comically bad, they said, but we loved it. We had such a fun time playing with dead rats and putting glitter on their lips and twisting their ears to make it look like they put a curling iron on the fucking thing, but so we did it again and made others, and we just kept making them. Where'd you find all the dead rats? That's what I'm wondering. Hey, honey, hey, sister and daughter, we're gonna go find a bucket of dead rats and we're gonna decorate them like fucking Halloween pumpkins. God, what the hell is wrong with the world? The world, well, the world's fine, but the people in it are what's fucked. After posting pictures online, Caitlin realized people were not only delighted to see her creations, but they wanted to buy them as well. Looks like you're not the only broad that's turned on by rats. It seems like a lot of other people are too. Yep, and Showtime Taxidermy was born, baby. We were born to jerk off rats, oh yeah. I don't get it. Since she has been blown away by her business's popularity, selling the preserved rats online and the oddities and curiosities exposed around the U.S. Oh boy, but maybe it's really just because of the breast. Man, guys like anything with tits. Even a fucking rat, you dress them up, you put makeup on them with a little funky hat with a feather in it and a nipple covering. Oh, you got a stripper right there. Right there on the spot. I mean, the broad looks like a tractor ran over her a little bit, but I mean, she is a little bit attractive. I mean, she's more attractive than the rats. You should see the picture that they have flipped up here. She's just smiling. She's just sitting there smiling. She's got one black rat with nipple covering. She's got a white whore rat with a pink hat on with pink nipple hats on. What the hell? Oh, God, Caitlin, I gotta find you a new hobby. Maybe you can sit down and get rid of that hobby. And you can lay down and blow Bobby. Yeah, just blow your brother Bobby. I'm sure that'll be better than fucking having rat puppets to turn people on with. Jesus Christ, what the hell's happening in the world? I'm glad I just sit in a walking chair here, Jesus. When people come up to me, they gasp or they clench their pearls. Well, who the hell you talking to? Is some old bag that's about to jump off the fucking Titanic? Clutch your pearls, really? When they see what I have made and they get really excited, I love it so much. Oh, I'm in the wrong business then, because if I could just pick up a dead rat and put makeup and pearls on it, I guess that's succeeding in life. I didn't know it would be that easy. These pictures are really just something else. It's like a fucking mouse. Oh, with the nipple hat on. It looks pretty with eyelashes. They're trying to make the rat pretty. This is making me want to throw up all over the fucking floor. I hate rats. I got one in the kitchen. It runs underneath the fridge and tries to eat the pizza that I can't reach that fell like 2 weeks ago. However, when her daughter suggested they try preserving smaller animals such as rats during a craft night, the idea for her business was formed. Oh, it was your daughter's idea. She's the sick one. She's probably got dead bodies in her closet. I would definitely look in her closet if she brought up the idea of having smaller animals. Oh, preserved. Oh, you better believe that. She probably has a lot of kids in her closet. She's probably preserved many animals and human doings before, so this is just 100 steps in the other direction. And when people think about taxidermy, they think mostly they picture deer and game animals. And just to simplify it, let's say it takes 100 steps, she said. The rat takes 20 steps, and the process is less complicated. Oh, they don't like to saw the deer's stomach open and stuff him with a bunch of fucking newspaper and have guts all over the place. Yeah, rat is definitely easier to clean up if you slice him open and take his guts out one by one. You take his heart out and his lungs and his tongue and his private parts with his tail. Yeah, you just completely shred him out and then sew him up. Blow him up with a fucking hot air pump so he looks like he's full of life. But really, he's just dying on the inside, wishing he didn't have nipple hats on. Jesus Christ, the rat already is a shitty animal to be. Now you're just making him even worse in the afterlife. He's probably in limbo because he can't get the nipple hat off his physical body, and he's just wishing that you would take it off or burn him alive. Caitlin explained that she buys the rats frozen from an ethical local breeder who supplies food for zoos, and she keeps them in a large freezer. That must be weird to look up. Where can I buy a fucking box of dead rats? The rats cost $4 each. That's not too bad. That's actually pretty cheap. Maybe I'll start eating dinner like that. I'll just buy some rats, saw them in half with a chainsaw, and saute them up with some broccoli and onion. I'll call it the rat stir-fry shrepe, baby. They cost $4. There is as little waste as possible as a friend uses the bones to make jewelry. Jesus Christ, this is some witchcraft shit. I would never wear a rat bone on my fucking thumb or anything like that. They use materials such as clay, foam, and wire. Caitlin puts the skins in borax. What the fuck is that? Which is a preservative. And then shapes the skin around her desired molds before letting them solidify. Caitlin said the rats' poses are inspired by acrobats, burlesque performers, and belly dancers, but tailored to suit the animals' smaller limbs, which is of their charm. The drying process typically takes 2 to 3 weeks, and then she adds decorations such as colored feathers, rhinestones, velvet, and fake eyelashes, and she even makes her own signature nipple hats for the rats, with 6 on each animal. Yeah, because they got 6 tits. That's a lot of hats. I'm so confused what the hell's going on with the world right now. I could see this broad in dollar store. She's like, I need the fake eyelashes. You think you see her in the store, she's like, oh, she's just shopping for her. But no, she's really just shopping for, a box of rats who have their own nipple hats. Yep. And I'm crossing into these multiple territories where people who do like taxidermy like my work because it's fun. It's fun and it's whimsical. Yeah, it's whimsical putting a nipple hat on a rat. And people who don't necessarily like taxidermy are drawn to it because they like that. It's pretty and it's glamorous, she said. What the fuck are you talking about? That's not glamorous. I want to see a broad with a nipple hat on, not a goddamn rat. I'm confused by this whole thing. While she questions whether she'll be making rats into her old age, she said she is currently riding the wave. Well, hopefully she falls off the surfboard and drowns, just like the rat did. It's the coolest job in the world. I get to be creative. I get to be artistic. I get to have my own schedule. I get to interact with awesome people. I doubt that. I doubt anybody who thinks that's worth money, worth getting their wallet out for, is an awesome person, but just leave it at that. She said I couldn't improve on this. I love it. Well, maybe I will have to get one. I'll see if it fits on my pecker, but I guarantee it'll just fall right off because it's just dead. Dead as a goddamn doornail, like $160 for this fucking thing. It belongs, in the dumpster where it belonged to in the first place. Yeah, they love eating shit out of the dumpsters. Alright, well, that's good luck with that. I mean, if it makes you happy and you make a bunch of loot off of it, then good for you. But other than that it's making me want to throw up all over the fucking floor. I'm definitely not turned on by it. In fact, if I look down at my pecker, I'm pretty sure it just went inside my body. So I don't think I'm going to get hard for the next couple of months after reading and looking at that.
All right, let's take a look at the next one, baby. Next.
Good gourd. Minnesota teacher clinches pumpkin weight off with 2,471-pound winner. Holy shit, it's bigger than his wife. 2,471 pounds. His wife is just a little under that, so it looks like the pumpkin is going to be the new bride. Hopefully he's going to drill a hole in it and fuck the seeds out of it. Maybe he can make little gourd babies with it, but who the hell knows what Travis Geiger has in store for it. A horticulture teacher retained his title, though he fell short of the world record he set last year. Oh my God, he had a bigger boner last year with a bigger weight of a pumpkin, but still coming in first place off this anyway, so he doesn't even give a shit how much it weighed last year. A Minnesota horticulture teacher remained the reigning champion on Monday of an annual pumpkin weighing contest in Northern California, where his massive gourds have won the top prize 4 years in a row. Oh boy, this guy's got his gourd through the floor 4 years in a row. I'm sure every other competitor probably wants to throw a bunch of pumpkins at his ass, try to take him out one by one. Hey Roger, what's your problem? Oh, nothing, just Travis Geiger is pissing me off. 'Cause he grows the best massive gourds for 4 years in a row. Yep, and he's not going to stop there. I'll probably get the fifth years in a row, too. Travis Geiger of Ononka, Minnesota, beat his closest competitor by 6 pounds. That's about the size of his pecker anyway. He only beat him by the weight of his pecker to clinch the victory at the 51st World Championship. Oh, pumpkin, way off. In Half Moon Bay, south of San Francisco. I was down there a couple months ago. If it was just right around fall time, I probably would have went to this goddamn gourd weighing contest just so I could see how big this fucking pumpkin is. Geiger 44 said that he has done in the past. He focused on having healthy soil and well-fed plants. What did he do? Feed him a steak? He blended up all kinds of narcotics and steak animals, cow parts, and dumped it in the fucking soil. But that with a cold fall with record-breaking rain likely impacted his pumpkin's growth. Yep, global warming made the pumpkin get bigger and bigger and bigger, so that he'll win again. Oh, yes, that's 4 years in a row. How big will your gourd get? Oh, how big will it grow? How big will it show? Yeah, apparently 2,412 pounds or whatever the hell it was for 2,000. Just so much goddamn weight. How the hell do you move it? What the fuck kind of bulldozer do you gotta rent? The bulldozer, probably the back wheels get lifted up. The fucking pumpkin's so goddamn heavy. You go flying off the top and you twist your neck in the dirt, start throwing up pumpkin seeds all over the fucking floor. Geiger's pumpkin from last year dubbed Michael Jordan because it's the year 2023 and he's the greatest basketball player of all time, Geiger said. Weighed in at 2,749 pounds, breaking a previous record set in 2021 by Stefano Catruppi of Italy by 47 pounds. That's the size of the weight of about 10 peckers, I guess. Or if you take Michael Jordan, I'm sure his cock weighs 47 pounds. He can't even fight all the women off of it. It's so enormous. Yeah, Michael Jordan grew into a lumpy orange pumpkin equivalent to about 2,110 basketballs or about 275 average jack-o'-lantern cords. What the hell are they talking about? Geiger's 2024 winning gargantuan cord will be the star attraction at this weekend's Half Moon Bay Art and Pumpkin Festival with an appearance in the noontime parade. I wouldn't take that big of a pumpkin. Oh, in a parade. It'll bounce off the truck and smash everyone in the road, and you're gonna have to clean it up. That's gonna be a hell of a mess. Hell of a mess, I'll tell you that again. If the pumpkin launches off the straps, it's gonna crush every goddamn fucking invalid child. They're gonna be running for their lives. It's gonna be the killer pumpkin from hell, 2,749 pounds or whatever the hell this one weighed. I don't know, the one last year was more, so there's probably more deaths at that parade, but Jesus Christ, just be careful out there. I know there's probably going to be a lot of booze happening at the Half Moon Bay Art and Pumpkin Festival. They love to give out whiskey for some reason, thinking people aren't going to lose complete control of their life. Oh, God damn it. But congratulations, Travis Ganger, your horticulture teacher paid off, it seems like. So it did. You got the world record, yeah. All right. We'll have to maybe take a look at this later, look at some other pictures of the parade. Hopefully we won't see a bunch of children's heads getting smushed by the biggest pumpkin seed you've ever had. But all right, let's take a look at one more spooky one. I'm going to get the hell out of here. Man developed a head spin hole after years of breakdancing, case report says. What the fuck? How the hell can you dance that hard? Doctors describe breakdance bulge, a unique head injury among dancers in a new case report. Oh my God, it's a good thing I don't dance like that. Holy shit, look at the picture. Looks like there's a hole. Looks like someone took a 20-inch blade and sawed his head open. Oh my God, looks like someone just sliced his brain off from the top of his head. That's insane. I've never seen anything like it. These structural scans show a large lump located beneath the man's skin and on top of the skull bone. That's not what it looks like to me. It looks like someone just sliced his head open right below where his brain is, and above his nose, they just sliced the fucking poor bastard's head right off. Man developed a breakdance bulge on the top of his head after repeatedly practicing head spins, doctors report. Can you imagine that? He's just sitting at home, spinning his head and dancing around the tunes. I bet you with his Halloween tunes he was dancing. He couldn't even stop dancing. I'm gonna spin my head around till I put so many holes inside of it. I'm gonna spin my head around till my skull bone has a bunch of holes in it. Jesus Christ, could you imagine him just twonking his head around to the space, the gravity of space and time? Couldn't even keep his head from impacting on itself. The lump of tissue which doctors surgically removed had become tender to the touch. You don't say. It is tender to the touch. Usually when you remove a lump of tissue, I am assured that he could feel it extra close, extra close at circle of hair loss. These hairless bumps on the head are also called head spin holes. That sounds awful. I would never want a head spin hole inside of my head or outside of it. And more broadly, the condition is sometimes called breakdancer overuse syndrome. So it's Halloween. He just can't get over how cool the Halloween theme is. He got the breakdancing out there. He spins his head around like a fucking exorcist until a hole goes through his head. Despite head spin hole being known within the breakdancing community. Where have I been? I've never heard of this. Oh, and I used to get jiggy with it with Will Smith. I used to saw his pecker off just so he could stop trying to fuck all the broads that were trying to suck him off. But that's a different story for a different Riffin. It is scarcely documented in medical literature. The doctors noted in a paper published Thursday, October 10th, in the journal BMJ Case Reports, based on the results, treating these bumps on the head with surgery appears to be a successful intervention. The physician said, well, if you have a physician that knows what they're doing, maybe they can, I don't know what the hell they're going to stuff in there to fill up the air hole. Maybe a paper towel. Maybe get brawny. I think they're the quicker picker up or maybe pick up all the blood and all the mucus and all the brain tissue that fell through the head. Break dancing is not what you want to do instead. You should just sit down and watch a movie. Yeah, take a load off. That's the only thing I could think of that would be better. Fill your head with better things than a hole in it. The dancer in this case, a man in his early 30s, had been practicing various types of head spins for more than 19 years. He reported training about 5 times a week for 1.5 hours at a time. That is a lot of head spinning. No wonder you have a fucking hole in the middle of it. About 2 to 7 minutes of each session would be spent putting direct pressure on the top of his head. Yeah, I can understand now why he has a hole in the middle of his head. I don't blame him. The man said he noticed a bump accompanied by hair loss forming on his scalp, and in the past 5 years the bump had grown and become so much tender to the touch. We can say that about any goddamn bump on your head. I mean, you hit your head on a wooden barrel or a wheelbarrow or a fucking pumpkin, a giant cord runs over your skull while you're trying to run down the road. You better believe that there's gonna be a hole or some brain tissue missing inside of your noggin there, but the presence of the lesion and associated discomfort was aesthetically displeasing to the patient. But the protuberance had not hindered the patient from continuing his head-spinning activities, the man's doctor noted. So the doctor's like, you gotta stop this at once, stop this at once, or you're gonna fucking die on the spot. You'll be boogieing out to the Halloween theme song, and then your fucking head will just come off your body and explode all over the floor, and then it'll look like a Halloween party, a real deal Halloween party. You'll have the kids coming up looking for candy and all the finest parts of your brain laying all over the fucking floor. And you gotta be careful out there, kids. You don't wanna be boogieing and woogieing too hard where you have a hole in your head. But what the hell else can you do? I mean, you gotta find your own ways to have a good time. Just maybe not too much of a good time where you're gonna get a head spin hole. Alright, kids, well, I'm getting the hell out of here. It was fun. Everybody have a happy Halloween. Watch some Terrifier 3. The substance get mutated or mutilated or ran over by a gourd. Just don't get a head spin hole. Alright, happy Halloween, everybody. Hey, Chaz, why don't you get my goodie bag out here? I got some old cigars, Let's just go walk around scaring the little kids outside. I know, I miss Halloween.